All right. I am going to take you through the first 5 exercises of the classic Joseph Pilates mat series. There are 34 exercises in total, but I thought we would break this down. I'm going to go through it one time as it was, and I'm going to go through it one time with modifications. So you get to choose what level you want to participate in. Wipaka may or may not be helpful. We'll see. You're going to join us. So you're going to lie down on your mat, on your back. Taking a breath in, reach your arms by your hips. As you exhale, float your head, float your chest, float your legs, and we're going to pump the arms for the 100. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe into the back. As you exhale, push out all the air. Ribs expand. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Squeeze those legs together. Maybe you can curl up a little extra. 4 more. You got it, buddy. Can you join? Last 2. Legs come down, arms go overhead for the roll up. Take an inhale. Exhale, float your arms, float your head, wheel through your ribs, and peel yourself off the mat. Round over an imaginary beach ball. Restack your spine. Tuck your tail round through your pelvis. Lay your spine down, bone by bone. Yeah, I need that mat. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale. And round forward. Thinking about the pelvis turning like a wheel, leading you back, giving you that ability to articulate through your low back. Let's do one more. While I'm here, I'm going to scoot a little bit forward, setting myself up for a rollover. That's the next exercise. I'm going to lay down nice and long. Bring my arms down by my side. Bring my legs up and over. Separate the legs. Shoulder width. Flex the heels. And articulate through the spine. Bring the legs together. Point the toes. And come up and over. Separate. Flex your ankles. And come down. Now keep your ankles apart and flexed. Come up and over. Legs together. Point the toes. And roll down. One more. Open. Flex your heels. Come up and over. Together. Point the toes. And roll down. One leg down. One leg stays up for single leg circles. We're going to come across the midline. Out, down, around. And back up to the start. Across, down, around. Pause at the top. One more in this direction. Find that stopping point. Switch directions for 3, 2, and 1. Lower that foot down. Other leg lifts up. Comes across. Down, around, and up. Across. Down, around, and up. And then switch directions for 3, and 2, and 1. And grab that knee. Help yourself up. We're doing rolling like a ball. Hands come into the knee pit or maybe in front of the knee. Turn the wheel of the pelvis, rounding the spine. Finding a nice, strong, rounded shape. Find your balance point on your sacrum. Keep that shape as you round and roll. Just your shoulder blades. You're not going to roll onto your neck. And try to avoid a little kick with the toes. I want you to keep the shape that you started with. Let's do 2 more. Last one. Now roll back just to your shoulder blade, single leg stretch. Draw one knee into your chest, opposite hand to the knee, same hand to the ankle, and you switch. Stay in your curl, look past your thighs. Switch, switch. Good job, buddy. Way to hold the ground down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees into chest. I think that was 6. Yep, we're going to do 6 exercises. Oh, All right, so that was straight through those exercises. So if you know those, you can do those with me. You can do those again. Or if you don't know them, but you're able to do all the exercises in order, that's a good way to practice the first 6 exercises of the classic 34. Now I'm going to slow it down and break it down a little bit if you need to modify. All right. So the 100, we're going to break it into 2 sets of 50. Bring your hands behind your head if you need the support, or if you like the version with your hands down by your hips. You're going to nod and curl into a little abdominal curl. Look past your toes, float one leg up and pump your arms. Inhale and exhale. We do our staccato breath. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. You could also do a tabletop leg. It would be a little bit easier. 2 more breaths. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one. And lower all the way down. So you have those options. Hands behind the head, you just wouldn't have your pulsing. Leg is long or leg is in tabletop. Let's do the second set. Curl up. Little abdominal curl, lift and float the other leg. Pump the arms for your breath. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last 2. Last one. Legs come down, pointing the toes, arms come overhead. Now the roll up is challenging. You might get to a point where you can't lift up. So arms float in front of your chest, nod your chin to your chest, curl up, find that point. If you can't roll up anymore, grab a knee and help yourself up. Set that leg down, round over that imaginary beach ball, restack the spine. Now I want you to work slow on the way down. So working against gravity will help you eventually get past that sticky spot. Arms go overhead. Take a breath in. Float the arms. Exhale, float the head and chest. Get to that spot. Maybe it's a little higher. If you can't go any further, grab a knee, help yourself up and round forward. Let's do 2 more. Restack the spine. Can you go slower the second time? Ooh, turn the wheel of the pelvis. Lay the spine down, bone by bone by bone by bone. Arms overhead. Take your breath in without expanding too much in the ribs towards the sky. Listen, float the arms, float the head, peel yourself up. What if you get a little higher, but you still need a little help? That's okay. Nice and tall, long spine. Find that space between each joint. We're going to do 1 more inhale. Exhale, float. Well, we're going to come to that sticky spot and hold for a solid breath in and a solid breath out. Come up a little higher if you can. If you need to grab that leg, come up and round forward. Now the rollover is challenging. We had that choreography. Now, if that is impossible for you, or you feel like it's impossible for you, I'm going to give you just a little bit of work to work on for the rollover to get our hips and legs overhead. Arms down by your side, knees into your chest where your thighs are close to your belly. Press into the floor with your arms and curl your imaginary tail up towards the sky, peeling a little bit of your tush off of the floor, and then come back. Let's do that again. Inhale. Exhale, bring the knees in a little bit more. Curl up and slowly lower down. Curl up and slowly lower down. Use your arms as part of this exercise. What if we did straight legs? Now I have a little bit of weight over in this direction helping me. Curl up and lower down. Let's do 2 more. So working on the strength of our low abdominals to get our tush overhead. 1 more. Bring your knees into your chest. Rock and roll all the way up, rolling like a ball. Oh, single leg stretch or single leg circles. Ah. Reach one leg long towards the sky, other leg is down. Push that leg into the floor. So this one's pretty straightforward. You're using your stabilizers in your trunk to keep your pelvis steady. And we do circles. I could do small circles, I could do medium circles, I could do big circles. And I do the same amount in both directions and the same amount on both sides. I have my hands on my hips and my ribs to feel what my wheels are doing. And switch direction. Last one. And then bring that knee into your chest. Now it's rolling like a ball. I like to have my runway of my mat out behind me. Knees behind and hands behind my knees or in front. I want you to come just to a balance point on your sacrum. Rounding your spine using the strength in the front body and finding that stretch through the back body. And maybe this is what you do. And you breathe. And you roll if you like, keeping that shape. If you find you're going to lose balance, I'm okay with your toes tapping. I'm okay you coming back and you can't get back up. That's okay. What I don't want to see is too much roll back onto your neck, and I don't want to see a pop of the chest forward, losing that shape. Let's come back to the shoulder blades and pause for single leg stretch. So pull one knee into your chest. Opposite hand comes to the knee, same hand comes to the ankle. And then you switch. And then you switch. If you need the head support, you could bring your hands behind your head and do the same exercise, just moving the legs. All right? Let's do 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Bring your knees into your chest. Ah, that was the first 6 exercises. You got this.